Today, building software is changing very fast, guys. In the past, developers had to write almost every line of code manually. Now, with AI coding agent, developers can generate code, fix bugs, and build features much faster. This AI coding agent act like assistant that help developers speed up development and reduce repetitive work. However, using AI coding agent effectively requires some important knowledge. Without understanding the basic of programming, software structure, and development practices, it becomes difficult to guide the AI and review the code it produces. In this presentation, we will look at the key things every developer should know before using AI coding agent to build application. AI coding agents are changing the way software is built. Today, developers can use AI assistant to help write code, fix errors, and improve existing programs. Instead of working alone, developers now work with AI tools that support them during development. One major benefit is faster development. AI can generate working code in seconds, which can save hours of manual coding. Another benefit is intelligent assistant. AI tools can understand the context of the project and suggest useful solution or improvement. AI also help with task automation. It can handle repetitive coding patterns, allowing developers to focus more on solving real problems and building better futures. What AI coding agent can do, core capabilities. AI coding agent can do many useful things during software development. First, they can generate code if a developer describes what they want. The AI can create complete functions or classes. They can identify and fix bugs with suggested solutions. The AI can look at the code, identify problems, and suggest possible solutions. Refactor existing code to improve structure and performance. This means improving the structure of existing code so it becomes cleaner, easier to maintain, and sometimes faster. AI coding agent can build feature from natural language prompt. A developer can describe a feature in simple language, and the AI can generate the code needed to start building it. Why developers choose AI coding agent? Many developers choose AI coding agent because they help speed up the development process. They support faster development cycles. It means that it reduces development time from days to hours. Tasks that once took days can sometimes be completed in hours with AI assistant. Less repetition. AI can automatically generate common code patterns and boilerplate code, so developers do not have to write the same things repeatedly. Another advantage is rapid prototyping. Developers can quickly test ideas and build simple versions of features without spending a lot of time setting everything up. Finally, a coding agent helps increase development output. Teams can build and release more features while using the same time and resources. Let's see what we have next, guys. To get started with AI coding agent, you need a basic programming knowledge, guys. Why AI agents are powerful? They work best when guided by developers who understand fundamental programming concepts and at least one major language. We have several programming languages. It can be a Python, can be JavaScript, TypeScript. TypeScript is a JavaScript with types for better tooling support. It can be C++, it can be C#, it can be Java. Regardless of any programming language you choose to learn, guys, you need to understand the basic concept. So you should be able to understand this concept in programming language, the concept of variable and data, how to store and manipulate information. You should be able to understand it. You should also be able to understand functions. Functions are reusable block of code with input and output. You should also be able to understand control logic such as conditionals, loop, and program flow. Control logic is the major bedrock that empowers any application to be functional. By understanding the conditionals, loops, and program flow, you can be able to build a functional application. And you can also understand the APIs. APIs is just an application programming interfaces. Interfaces that let different systems talk to each other. So you should be able to understand the basic. Understanding this basic help developer guide the AI and review the code it produces. So let me see what we have next. Understanding application structure. Before using AI agent effectively, you need to understand how modern applications are built from interconnected components. You should be able to be aware of front end, user interface, and client-side interaction. You should be able to be aware of the front-end frameworks, which is the basic UI or user experience. This is exactly what the UI or the user is going to be interacting with, the front end. You should be able to know the structure of the front end. You should be able to be aware of backend application logic, APIs, and business rules. So just like any application or functional industry standard, application is divided into the front end and the backend, database, inclusive. So when you understand the difference between the front end and the back end, you can be able to communicate well with the AI agent. All right, so you should be able to understand the application structure. You should also be aware of database. The database enables you to persist data and back up data. We have different database. It can be MySQL database, MongoDB database, SQLite, or cloud database like Firebase, Superbase. All those things, you should be aware of them. Then let's see what we have next, guys. Okay, we have version control with Git. When working with AI coding agent tools, Git become even more critical. AI generated code can produce unexpected results, making version control essential for self-experimentation. Why Git matters: track changes. It enables you to see exactly what the AI modify in your code base. Save versions. It keep working versions before trying AI suggestions. Revert mistakes. Quickly undo problematic AI generated code. We also have collaborate safely. Review AI change before sharing with your team. Okay. Understanding the basic version control with Git will enable you to easily communicate effectively with the AI coding agent so that you can be able to build your application successfully or revert mistakes. For example, this screen recorder that I'm using to do this recording right now, I actually built it using the AI coding agent. Let me quickly show you guys. So let me open a project so that you will see the Git history. So let me open this one. This is the project that I'm using for screen recording, this screen recorder. So this is the application. Okay, this very screen recorder I'm using for this recording. This is the project that I just opened here, screen recorder. Let me ask OpenCode AI to list the Git history. Okay, show the project Git history. Do not make any change. Okay, this is how I prompt the AI, guys. Show the project Git history. Do not make any change. Let me press enter. Let's see the result it is going to return. Okay, you can see it is listing the Git log. Okay, that is the history. You can see a lot of commit, guys. You can see we have more than 20 commits so far from this project, guys. Let me ask the AI to organize this commit. Organize. I add a simple prompt, guys. Organize the commit based on years. So let me press enter. You can see it has organized the git history based on years. 2026 was the year I started using AI to build this application. Okay, I actually started this application in 2024. Okay, and I had a basic function, just normal screen recording, no features was added. Okay, throughout 2025 I did not work on this project. You can see there is no 2025. I started it on 2024. Most of the recent commit was done in 2026 from here upward. Okay, you can see it. The project was started 2024. I ignore it totally in 2025. There was no edit in 2025, no commit. If you go to do, if you go to the to do that it created when it started working on this project in 2026, you see the text it wrote here: screen recorder app rebuild task. When I started with the AI, I asked the AI to rebuild the application that I have already have. Okay, I had it already, so I asked the AI to rebuild it. You can see the title it gave it: screen recorder app rebuild task. Okay, so it rebuild the entire project. It rebuild it, still maintaining most of the interface, like this UI. This is the UI I had before, so it maintained the UI but make it functional. Before it was not functional the way it is today. So let me minimize it. So you should be able to understand the git, you guys. Okay, just the basic git commit is all you need. Okay, so let's return back to our presentation. So let me minimize this. You should be able to understand the basic version control with the git, guys. Okay, so let's see what we have next. Now, writing effective AI prompts. The quality of AI generated code depends heavily on how clearly you communicate your requirement. Well-structured prompt yield better results. So specify your requirement, break into step, and share context. Be specific. Be specific of exactly what you want the AI coding agent to do. Describe exactly what you want the code to do, including edge cases and error handling. Break it down. Split complex features into smaller, manageable tasks the AI can handle step by step. Provide context. Share information about your project structure, existing code, and technology stack. Let me open that project again. If you look at this to do, guys, you can see the features that has been implemented, how it is marking it. And these features you are seeing here, it was not built once. The AI have to follow this thing step by step. It has to follow each step by step. It will build this feature. Then I have to do testing. And once everything is working, it will continue with another one and so on. You can see the completed one, it will mark it. The uncompleted one, you can see it is not checked. If you give it a complete prompt to build a full functional application in one prompt, guys, it may not be possible because the AI also reason like a human being. Remember, it is an AI, artificial intelligence. It reason like a human being as well. So if you give it a heavy task that it cannot do at once, it have to break it down into chunks. Okay, and depending on your prompt, it can be able to build the application successfully or not build it successfully. You have to break your prompt down and implement features bit by bit. Okay, let me see what we have next. Testing and debugging AI generated code. This is a very important session, guys. This is one of the reasons why you need to understand the basic of that programming language that the AI is using to build your application. AI agents produce working code, but they are not perfect. Developers must still review, test, and debug to ensure quality and correctness. You can read the code. If you can understand the code, you can read it. Don't blindly accept AI output. Understand what it generates and why. Run tests where necessary, guys. Check logic. Look for edge cases, security issue, and performance problem. Fix issues. Debug problem using error messages and add missing logic. Before we discontinue from this presentation, guys, you still need to understand the project structure. That is your working directory. So let me open this application. Now, when you are working with AI coding agent, guys, you still need to understand the files and folders that are available for you in your project structure. Okay, that is your working directory. For example, this application is Electron-based application. If I go to the package.json, you can see I have the dependencies and the dev dependencies. Okay, these are the dev dependencies of this application, Electron and Electron Builder. The Electron did actually package this application for production, while Electron is the engine behind the application that is making it to function. Looking at my working directory, I have different files and folders. These are the things you need to understand as a programmer or for you to work with AI. There are some times that you need to create a file. Sometimes AI will ask you to copy a code into a particular files or folder. If you do not understand the project structure, you may not be able to follow the instruction of the AI agent, and as a result, you may not be able to build a successful application. That is the reason why you still need to learn the basic of programming so you can be able to understand the basic structure of your working directory. Let's see what we have next. Key takeaways. A coding agent accelerates development, but there are tools that require skilled developers to guide them effectively. Knowledge required. Programming fundamental and language proficient remain essential for you to be able to communicate effectively with the AI coding agent. Clear instruction. Well-crafted prompt determine the quality of AI-generated code, and testing matters. Always review, test, and debug AI-generated solutions. I hope with this information you can be able to work with AI coding agent to build your next application. Thank you for watching.